Hey, welcome back to the Juice Bar. Let's have a look at how to build feedback workflows, right? So first of all, I'm going to come in here to my HubSpot account and select feedback surveys. I just find that's the easier way to get there. Now, this is a demo account, so it's not going to be super populated. But what you can see here is there's a couple ways you could do it. You could do a custom survey, and we'll look at that. You can also do a couple other kinds of surveys, and let's look at the CSAT because I think that's going to be more interesting, right? But we can survey the customers, set questions, survey the right people, automate your actions. So in this case, it's going to provide already a standard template, which you can then go in and edit. So right? So this is just saying, what'd you think, right? And you could also do it based on a web page. So if once they purchase, then this would populate, or you can use chat at the end of the conversation to ask for that. But let's go now. What just happened to the create? Oh, there we go. So let's say we want to create. In doing so, we're going to select our language, your company name, your company URL, right? You're going to add in your email of who it's coming from. This actually, yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay. And then the subject line, how do we do? Whatever that subject line is, Parker is going to be super, super helpful in guiding some of this for you as well. I'm sure he's got a lot of, okay. So once we work on that, then we're going to include the questions, right? What do we actually want to ask them about? And then they'll get a thank you depending on, you can select the various options and you can add your own custom imagery, right? But this is your opportunity to engage with people on how they feel. You can decide who you want to survey based on certain criteria. So they've just purchased and they purchased this product and they're this size company. You might choose not to survey certain size companies or certain industries because they're not your ideal client and you're not actually trying to make them happy. But you also might only reach out to them, although Parker might be better suited to guide you on that. He's got a lot more experience in kind of that customer satisfaction piece. But it's just going to depend what data you want to capture. And then we can automate this, right? So we can this is going to be like somebody on your team that gets notified based on these responses. That's probably your customer success manager, your director. You could create a campaign around that, right? And so this is, I think, a good way to look at this. And then let's go have another look at if you wanted to do like an NPS, right? It's going to be pretty similar. The process is going to be similar. You're going to get these choices. Oh, and I will go back and show you also where to edit that email if you would like to do that. But again, it's a very similar process here. You're going to add in who your email's coming from, and you're going to review and publish. And you're going to name it with a clearly defined name that follows your naming conventions. So let me go back and show you where these emails can be edited. So you see I've added, right? This is the email. Oh, and I ran into this earlier where it didn't want to let me edit. Back to all emails. Yeah, this is interesting. So sometimes HubSpot doesn't seem to want to let you edit that email. Boy, this is the second time this happened. Then you can get, right, so you can kind of see different things. So coming back to your feedback, I just want to point out so that is it. That is creating feedback surveys in HubSpot. Have a great day. Reach out with any questions, heather@revenue-juice.com. And I would love to help answer questions. We look forward to working with you soon. Have a great day.